I decided to make planters boxes because I like gardening and I like the craft of working with wood, and I have all this scrap wood that I've collected because I think it's really cool. So this is the process that I went through to build the planters boxes. I had this big pile and I was like, what am I going to do with it? Springtime is coming. So first I built the tables so I can elevate the project of the wood to get it off the ground. And I don't have one of those A-frames to level off the boards as I'm cutting them with my circular saw. So I built these first out of some scrap that I had from a bunk bed that I tore apart, believe it or not. This is me trying it out for the first time, like it's gonna work. So those are my tables that I built for me to have the wood that I can cut on a level surface. These are the pallets, the way that they looked before I started using a pry bar to take apart some of the boards. And I cut them off and pried them off and visualized how I wanted the box to be laid out before I started cutting. And it came out a lot bigger than I originally expected or anticipated because I have the big one painted in black that I showed at the beginning of the video, but I thought I would make one a little bit smaller. So it did come out a little smaller. I like having the big space to put all the plants in, but it's nice to have them smaller as well. So I went ahead and kept this one the larger size, but smaller than the first one. So I'm just attaching some of the boards here that I cut off from one of the pallets to create one of the sides. And this is where I started attaching the individual boards to the sides to make the box frame of the planter's box. This is where I started adding the legs, and I wanted to make sure that there's enough to support the weight of all the dirt and all the water that goes through on the box. And I have another box that's already completed, so I know how heavy things can be. So I used different posts. I didn't just stick with 2x4s for the legs. I used a heavy post in the middle to support the weight. And so I started attaching the sides, and I'm dancing a little bit, listening to my country music as I finish up the side of my box. And it's light enough because I'm conscious about the type of wood that I use for the box. The other one that I made, the very first one over there, the black one that I showed at the beginning, it is very heavy, but I made sure to make this one a lot lighter, a little bit smaller, and easy to transport and move around. And so you see there's a sense of accomplishment there. And yes, it's nighttime because I got to a point where I said I have to finish this today. I can't wait till tomorrow. So it can be in its beautiful wood tone, or it can be painted like the other one here. I painted it in black to match the red and black trim work on the house, and it can be whatever you want it to be. So I'm proud of my project using scrap wood from pallets, and thanks for watching.